You are now listening to Talk is Cheap FM. Brought to you by Bet the Tuesday.
Talk is cheap, motherfucker. Yo. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? Here is another episode of Talk is Cheap FM. I am your host, Baba Tuesday. Man, it's been a busy day, man. I've been on the road for like over 5 hours. Try to take a power nap, but I got to get back into this podcast because I had it scheduled out, pushed it. Now it's time to get it in. So we have another caller on the line. One moment. Let me see if he's still on here. Yo.
Yeah, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. All right, so the stage is yours. You can introduce yourself to everybody. I mean, you can tell people who your real name, man. If you even want to give out your address, you can. I wouldn't say do it, but the stage is yours. So introduce yourself. Here it is.
All right, my name is Chris Flowers. We currently reside in Cape, Texas. And that's pretty much it. That's the basic.
All right, there you go. See, a man who's not afraid to put his location on IG. Pull up if you dare. No, I'm just playing. I don't even want to talk shit like that. All right, so let's get into this, man. I did a post on my Facebook talking about who wants to talk about like feminism, Me Too, and I think Time's Up, right? And you're the first person that said, "Yo, I want to speak about it," right? So,
yeah.
I mean, let's just get into it. Like feminism, like, what do you think about it? Let's just start with that. How do you feel about feminism?
I mean, feminism, I really don't think in today's time is really valid. I think the concept, it would make more sense if we were living in 1800s, but we're not. We're living in a time frame in which you have the president and CEO of Walmart is a woman. You have CEOs that are females of all different races running banks and several other industries. So I'm not seeing it. I think a lot of times in feminism, people are taking a situation that happened with them and generalizing, and it kind of gets to the point where it gets recruited into other women.
Do you feel like it's helping or hurting today's society, like America's society? Do you think it's?
I think it's hurting society because if you look at it, okay. So from a standpoint, and this might be a little general or a little exaggerated, however you want to look at it, but you have to a point where men is still expected to, show chivalry. Hold the door for a woman, open the door, let her work through, walk on the side of the street. If a woman is with a man and they stop at a gas station, the man pumps the gas, all these things that are considered, unspoken rules of a male's duty. But at the same time, you have women that say that women don't get paid equally as men, and they should be able to do whatever they want with their bodies and this and that, and push for the whole independent woman. So now you take the family concept of the traditional way, you're taking that out. I think in a sense that's why, the homosexuality has grown in our country a lot. I don't think it was something that people just completely held in for the numbers to drastically change the way that they are portrayed now versus where they were portrayed in like 1865.
Okay. You touch base on a lot of stuff, and we'll get back to this homosexuality because I want to see how you intertwine that with feminism. However, here you speak upon, I guess, double standards for women, right? Like like dudes need to be like, stand up, take care of their girl, open the door, pay for the meals, pump the gas, and everything like that. However, in my journey of understanding feminism and just going through seeing both sides, you know what I mean? Like that type of behavior is considered patriarchy, right? And feminism wants to get rid of that. So, and it's crazy because if a dude says like, no, I'm not going to pay for your dinner, I'm not going to open up your door, I'm not going to do this, you're a goddamn pig, you're this, you're that. But then if you do that, then you are holding a chick back because you are looking at her as more feeble than you, right? So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. It's a double standard that doesn't make any sense. It's almost like no matter what men and some females do that really aren't with feminism, it's always going to be wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I just watched a video, it's funny, on YouTube of a guy doing his own little study about women saying that men should sit with their legs closed or they're invasive when based off the way they sit. Now, something that minuscule became an issue, I guess. Enough of an issue that this guy does a YouTube on it. So he creates basically a fake crotch for a woman and has her try it on and sit. And they seen that a lot of it had to do with men not feeling comfortable. You know, it's something between there. Like women have something that's going inside. So it was like something that small, but those women that he interviewed all were to the point where, yes, that's rude. It's the nature of it. Women don't want to see you cry, but you're not being empathetic to what men have to go through, and it's kind of looked at one-sidedly.
Yeah,
make that a double standard.
Like
yeah.
I never understood. I think women, like some of these feminist chicks, are just looking for shit to complain about. Like, damn, we are literally bigger than females, first and foremost. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna speak for myself. Like, I got big, like my legs are huge. You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't want to play into the stereotype, but I'm also a black male in America, right?
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
I can't just like, I can't even cross my goddamn legs like some of these dudes, man. I can't do that shit. Like I have to, you know, sit at a wider position than females, right? So like, I haven't even like really looked at. I saw like a video and an article about, you know. I forgot the terminology they used, but you know, men standing, you know, sitting with their legs wide. But that was just too silly for me to even like get it all into that. It just didn't make sense to me. Like, why would you point that out?
It's a small part of what goes into the whole scheme of things. Like, a lot of people, it's unfortunate, but a lot of people are habitual victims. Any situation they could find themselves to be a victim. And so when you're not getting treated in the way that you feel that you should be treated, a lot of people have a lot of high self-value that don't deserve it. It's in life. It just happens with people. But it goes back to that also. Like, people want to be victims. They have to have something to make them feel relevant that garners attention.
Wow. You know.
And I think feminism plays a role in that also.
No, that is true. It's like being in a relationship with somebody who always needs to have some kind of drama around them.
Exactly.
That's how they fucking thrive. That's how they live. They need to live in a cesspool. That's how they fucking grow, is in a goddamn cesspool. So that makes total sense. That makes total sense. How do you see this playing out, man? First and foremost, before we even
think it's a ploy.
Huh?
I think it's kind of a ploy to get attention away from other things, because I don't see like the relevancy in it. For instance, it's kind of like having like Black Lives Matter, which I mean I'm not a huge fan of, but it's kind of like having Black Lives Matter, but then come out with All Lives Matter. Like, there's something that comes with it right now.
Yeah.
Because, like, even with this Me Too push, a lot of the stories that I've read, like, it goes down to a study where it said that in 2018, 69% of women believe that just asking for their phone number is sexual harassment. So, at that same token, over 70% of women believe that a man should approach them first. So,
there you go.
You know, where do you go with that?
Here's the thing.
I don't think that's a problem that can be solved, and I don't think it's a plan to solve it. I think
it makes
people trying to feel relevant. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not making any excuses for it. Like, I despise anyone that's rapist, sexual harasser like that. I have a lot of respect for women. I don't believe that no woman dressed inappropriately or butt naked at work. Go about your business. But at the same time, especially for people who are consider themselves Christian, the Bible says that you're portrayed by your appearance. So you got to look into that also. So I don't really see. I think it's just an attention grabber for right now. I think it's kind of going to fade away.
Oh, definitely.
Push for something else.
Definitely. Here's the thing. You can, if a girl likes you, and you approach her and you say, "Hey, baby, how you doing today? My name is so and so. Can I have your number?" She's gonna, if she likes you, she's gonna give it to you. But the same exact dialogue coming from somebody that she doesn't like is going to be considered sexual harassment or whatnot. So there's no like real strict guidelines. It's up to how the female feels, which is totally fine. But at the same time, it's like, like if it's all on her terms, which is cool. Yeah, it's all on her terms, but it just makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense because.
And to be honest with you, Bob, you touched on something really, because when you look at what sexual harassment means, sexual abuse is, and given the details that we've been got, cases are valid. I don't speak to those, but the ones that are invalid, for instance, the newscaster from Good Morning America, Larry,
yeah,
one of his accusers gave the story on what happened, and she basically said that she had an affair with this man knowingly. He didn't use his power. Her job was never at stake. It was never something forced. She were with this man for a month. But now that is considered sexual abuse. I don't, so you kind of have one. You really don't have the definitions being brought to the table on what sexual harassment and sexual abuse is.
Here's the thing. This is why the Me Too and Time's Up, this is why it's a damn slippery slope, is because there's no consequences of false allegations.
Exactly.
Like a dude can lose his job. A regular Joe on the streets thinking that, this is only affecting, big time Hollywoods and politicians. He's thinking everything's all in the clear. But if you are literally working check to check and a chick don't like you at work, and if she's vindictive, and let's not act like there's females out there that aren't like that, you can lose your shit. It's crazy. And for like the sexual, here's the thing. If there's no police report, that should be a red flag of, we got to look deep into this and not just, punish some dude and without any investigation. You know what I mean? It's literally, this is what I tell dudes. Yeah. Literally, you are guilty until proven innocent, no matter what.
Absolutely.
Especially a black dude.
Yeah, and public opinion. So even if that narrative is pushed that, look, you were found guilty in a court of law, so you're a criminal. Regardless if you did it or not, they believe you're a criminal because you're found guilty by the law. So the funny thing about it, though, if you could be found innocent, this is a horrible example, but even with OJ, he was found innocent. It didn't matter. Our public opinion, this man is still guilty.
Kangaroo court. No matter, it's if people feel like you still did that shit, motherfucker, you still did that shit. It's gonna be a cloud that's gonna be hung over your head.
Yeah, and that woman that accused Brian Thanks, this man lost years of his life, lost his scholarship to USC.
Yep.
Yeah, and what has happened to her? She's forced to give back the money she won in the civil suit.
Females get slapped on the wrist. They don't. Yeah. There's no punishment. There's no punishment like men. If you really want, if feminism is really about equality, then everything will be treated the same. That means if you're a female and you rape a boy, you will be put under the bridge, under the goddamn jail, buried, hung, shot, or whatnot, just like if a man did that shit. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. If we really want equality, If we really want our, and this is fucked up to say, but, and I think this might be where everything's going to go. But if we really want everybody to be treated equal, artificial intelligence is the best way to do it, because there's no bias. It's either the artificial intelligence scans the data, you're guilty or not, right? But here's the thing, I don't think that will ever play, because politicians and everything like that, I mean, people need votes, people need their palms, you know, the money in their hand, like shit is corrupt to the point where dudes are like, you know what, it's not even worth it getting involved with females. It really isn't.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. I'm seeing this push, right, for this doll that I'm sure you see, you know, on any of the media sites.
Oh, here's the crazy thing. I've been talking about this for a year because I saw where this shit was going. Literally, if you backtrack everything I said on Facebook and just shit I've been saying, literally, I've been talking about that shit a year ago. It's crazy.
Yeah. And the fact that it's so popular, though, this is where the strange part comes in. And this is why I think, like, feminist and metrosexual and all of that ties into this. It's like, you're making it to the point where people don't even desire people, because it's gotten to the point like men are literally about to pay $1,800 for this dog. But it's not that crazy, because women have been having these little male dolls, I guess, for a while. That was pointed out to me.
Here. I didn't mean to interrupt you, and I've been making skits. If you guys want to see these skits, type in Pastor Kavarse. I'm doing sex bot skits. The shit is funny. But here's the thing. The first, I guess you would say, sex toy, sex bot was invented in it was invented in like the 1880s, and it's a goddamn vibrator. Like what a lot of people don't know is a vibrator is literally a sex bot. But continue.
Oh no, that's interesting. I never thought about it like that. That's actually pretty interesting. But yeah, that's where it ties into, like, now we're getting to the point where we're so fed up with each other, or we have other reasons why, like, men that feel like they can't find a woman and women that feel like they can't find a man. Now it's getting to the point where people will take $1,800 a mortgage payment and possibly a car note and put that towards a dog. That's like completely giving up on people.
Here's the thing. I can speak because I've done many research about that, and I am probably not this year, but I am. Yeah, I'm gonna get a sex bot and I'm gonna try it out. But here's the reason why a lot of dudes are looking into these sex bots. One, there's a lot of benefits that you get from it that you don't get from a woman, right? A lot of, for instance, you don't have to worry about catching anything. You don't have to worry about getting cheated on. You don't got to worry about fucking nagging. You can go about your day and do. It's almost like masturbating, but with a face, really. And here's the thing. Yeah. This is what regular people think. Oh my God, these dolls, they look all right, but you got to be a fucking insane person to get one of these, right? But let's take a step back, because when we're growing up, we're around the same age. When we're growing up, we heard about motherfuckers fucking blow up dolls. Right?
True.
So, and that was let's say that's in the 90s, right? 80s, 90s, when we started hearing about this shit. You take a blow-up doll and you look at these dolls now, fucking total transformation, a 180, right? So now people these days are saying, oh, these dolls, they look all right, but you got to be a weirdo, blase. But guess what? 20 years from now, these motherfuckers going to be moving, grooving, sucking, and fucking. Like, you can't stop technology. You cannot stop this train. When the more men get fucked over by getting cheated on, getting put through family court and all that shit, the more they're going to invest in other alternatives. Right? So
are we going to literally put our hands, because, I mean, even the point of being a living entity is to populate. So eventually, men and women have to come together to some degree.
Now,
I mean, you can make a lot of points. Like,
here's the thing.
That's very valid.
Here's the thing. There's going to be a rise with surrogate mothers, and there's going to be a rise with artificial wombs.
Now, and that goes back. Now we're leaving everything to science.
Yeah. Hey, listen. But here's the thing. What's driving our society right now? Fucking science and technology.
Sure.
Everybody got a smartphone. Everybody is connected. NASA's doing God knows what. You know what I mean? Everything is driven by technology. And here's one of the things, man. The more the development of these sex bots are going to happen, the more I'm seeing technology is going to take over the workplace, right? So you're going to have these unmanned trucks driving. Almost, you remember the Logan movie?
Of course. Yeah.
So like the unmanned semis driving. We already have Teslas driving people around, just putting in the directions, right? So that's really, I really want to see how men and women are going to react when their jobs are going to be taken away with robots and shit. You know what I mean? And let's face it, most women, I don't care how bad they say that they don't need a man, they need men's resources to survive. So if men are stepping away from females and putting their attention towards their goals, their vision, and they're having sex with these sex bots, how are women going to goddamn make money, or how women are going to be affected by this shit? Women are going to try to push that, listen, sex bots should be illegal, blase blase. You know what? Let's get like religion. Let's get heavy on religion. They're going to go that religion route, right? Let's, since we got like, high votes for politicians, let's go that route. But listen, this train is not going to stop. That's how I see it. And I'm just want to.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not, because even with the progression of like vibrators and dildos and strap-ons, I mean, now it's to the point where I've heard women say, "I got my manhood in the bag."
They say what?
Made it easier to be a lady, because if you did require insertion, hell, you got a chick with a strap on. Now, so, and they do things your dick can't do, spinning in circles and all that shit. So.
Well, here's the thing, though. Women, they are emotional people. I don't see a woman really being satisfied with... A man will be satisfied more with a sex bot than a woman. A woman needs that emotional bond. They need a nag. They need a complaint. Listen, here's the thing. Dildos and vibrators have been out for, well, like I said, since the 1880s, right?
Uh-huh.
And they can do shit that men's dick can't do. So we already grasped that, and we went along our ways. We don't care, But think about this. How many times have you how many times have you talked to a woman and she said like, "Oh, I got the golden pussy," boom, boom, boom. Everything always revert back to like, I can keep a man because of my pussy. But guess what? When these artificial pussies feel better than the thing, they're gonna fucking lose their goddamn mind. They won't care. They won't listen. You will literally, and I see this now on Twitter and other memes. Females literally getting jealous of sex bots, an inanimate object, and I think that is going to, it's going to be fucked up. It's women won't know how to handle it.
I have been seeing that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nobody thinks about this shit. I try to think. I see the bigger picture. Well, at least I see the bigger picture on how I think shit is going to play out, right? I might be totally fucking wrong. I don't know. But just looking at...
I don't think it's going to completely take over. I think it's going to gain popularity, of course.
I think the only way...
Because there's still people that desire people. It's built in our nature to at least want to be around people.
I think if the family court and just court in general changes that to the point where a man is not crucified just off the rip, I think there might be a decrease in people really getting into these sex bots. But other than that, people like they have like even in today's society, man, they have devices where you can basically put like a pocket pussy on your penis. You go onto the computer, you log on to some sex show. This lady on the other hand has like this, vibrator type of thing, and however she touches it, you can feel it on your penis. Like, there's going to be different avenues to get around of just directly fucking with women. And I was talking to my friend, another friend, Chris, about this, and you remember the movie, goddamn, Steven Seagal and Wesley Snipes.
Oh shoot, I forgot.
Wesley Snipes had like the blonde hair and shit. Demolition Man. Demolition Man. You remember how they did sex in Demolition Man? It was all virtual reality and shit.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example of how shit could be played out.
I think that's the thing. I mean, like, I'm not religious, but I do believe in a higher power. Like, that, like, I believe in the Heavenly Father. So it gets me to a point where I know, like, even through all of our technology and the growth that we've had as a society, that comes with a price. And I think it's, to some degree, you end up paying that price later on. I mean, look at Japan. They have problems just because of nuclear reactor, from an earthquake that's damaged. Now that area is not inhabitable. So,
man,
it comes with a price.
It's funny that you mentioned Japan, because do you know about the I think they call the hovervore men out there? Yeah, check that out. These are dudes that completely separate themselves from women. And they're not gay or anything, but they're literally doing everything to avoid women because apparently shit is fucking crazy over there. And they just don't want to be involved. They don't want